Who's there?
Hey, what are you doing there?
Answer to my prayer, just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Over here!
Ah! Ah!
I'm over here. Come here, Lily.
Bring it on!
Yeah, but...
All that combat? Go ahead and gather your strength, you'll need it! Stop! Please! Spare me! I yield!
Cunt!
How are you?
What's going on there? Hey, who's there? Who's there?
I gotta.
What's that?
What you do? Ah! Come here! Get over here! Ah! Raise the alarm! Watch out! To arms! Get over here! Hey, all of you! Down here! Raise your arms!
You call that combat?
What's that? Hey, what are you up? What are you doing there?
Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm! Hi. Who's there? Raise the alarm! Watch
Well,
out!
I never.
Hey, who's there? Gather here! Raise the alarm!
To arms! Get over here! Hey! All of you gather here! Raise the alarm!
Someone?
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Watch out! What's that?
What's going on there?
Good day, Henry.
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Pribyslavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
My men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord.
Greetings, lad.
The bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter.
Merhoyed. Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Pribyslavitz. Bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took 1 captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Pribyslavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a what you call them. I want to know what they're facking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
It's just a pile of copper.
Kurva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Kurva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschen seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Dopredel.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
If they haven't already.
I doubt it, sir. Merhoyed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhoyed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you. All of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
See us.
I'm glad to see you.
How are you, Henry?
I've taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Oh, that is a nice bit of news. I've had another report. Some folk were ambushed to the west of Vertai, on the hill across the river from the gallows. It would be worthwhile to check it out.
Understood. I have some trophies.
Let's see. Good. Good. That's how to treat the bastards.
I'd like to train, but I want real combat with real weapons.
A bit cocky, ain't you? But all right. I like a man with a bit of piss and vinegar in him. I never learned as much with a wooden sword as with a real weapon. The old master swordsman says a true apprentice of the martial art should be wounded at least once. Some say he should even try what it's like to die. But that's blasphemy. Let's fight then. Have no fear, I won't kill you. But you might get hurt, and if you do, I won't bandage you. You'll have to deal with the consequences yourself. What weapon will you try?
I still don't feel entirely competent with the bastard sword. I'd like to try that.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in.
You gonna cry?
I'd like to order something.
And what is it you...
A bit of everything.
I'm sure you'll be Hey!
Hey! Henry's come to see us.
My humble greetings. How...
Good day, Henry.
God save you. What can I do for you?
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Greetings,
Welcome, Henry.
God be with you. What can I do for you? Are you Melikar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Saradze Kobala. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Saradzig won't help us with that, any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
No news has reached Ratai of any disease here. But I'm here now, and I can help you.
Well, since you serve Saradzig, you might be of some use. If anyone can be.
Tell me what to do.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanka, I think her name is. She might know someone to turn to, if she's actually there.
Very well. I'll go to the monastery. It's probably our best hope.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us, the prisoner's got the pestilence too. He'll die without help.
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms. They're bound to ask me that.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see for yourself? People talk a lot and I don't know what to believe anymore.
Very well. I'll make the rounds.
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses. But don't stay too long in those homes.
That I can promise you.
Be a bit more careful. If it weren't for me, they'd be killing each other in the streets.
You're from Melikar's farm?
Yes?
I need to talk to the captive.
Oh, no, no. Melikar forbade me to let anyone near him.
Let's try it another way.
God bless.
What happened here?
Horror of horrors, Master. We were attacked by some bandits and then the plague broke out.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. The Almighty has sent this punishment on us.
These bandits, who were they?
Some thieving rabble. What do I know? Maybe those damned Cumans. But they spoke Czech. Ask the captive at the Malikars.
How did you manage to fight them off?
Well, we were lucky. Young Straw saw the gang a little way out of the village and ran to warn old Melikar. If it wasn't for that, none of us would be here.
It looks like you fended them off, though. I can't see any burned houses.
They had no time for that. But they've left us with fresh graves. Young Straw himself got cut up something terrible, and a few others. We've a number of wounded. And now the plague to crown it all. Christ preserve us.
Melikar, Straw. Those names are new to me.
They're locals. Melikar's been in charge here since old vassal Smill from Neuhof passed away. May God grant him eternal peace. And Straw, that's the local woodsman. Poor fellow. The bandits killed his son, and his wife has the disease.
Where will I find Melikar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
And the disease? Tell me something about it.
I don't want to tempt fate by talking about it. Makes me shudder to think of it. There's not much to tell anyway. It hit us just after that rabble left. First the horses died, then livestock, and now it's people. Like Melikar's wife. Poor thing.
I'm looking for Matthias. I think he works at the stud here.
Matthias. Matthias? Wait, I know. He's not been here long, isn't that right?
Not long, it's true.
Well, those bastards got him. He's laid up at the stud now. His arm's in a bad way, but at least he's still alive.
Thank you. Thank you, that's all.
Want to go in, talk to Melikar.
Have you come for my wife? You're out of luck. I'm old Straw, don't you know? Straw! You've taken my son. But you shan't take my wife, you bastard.
Calm down, Straw.
You're telling me to calm down? Why the fuck should I be calm?
Because if you don't calm down, I'll make you regret it.
Oh, now we're talking. Come on then, you bastard. Come on. Fuck it. Leave me be, all of you. Don't speak to me.
Fever. Just like Melechad's wife. Fever. Just like Melechad's wife.
Grant him a place in thy kingdom. Grant him eternal rest. Who are you? Can't you see we have the plague cross on the door?
My name is Henry. I'm going to the monastery to get help.
It's long past time. The Lord's already taken my poor Anthony. And what do you want from me?
I need to know how the illness afflicted your husband.
Yes, I'll tell you everything. But first help me bury my husband. I'm too weak. And Melichar said the dead should be buried at once.
Of course I'll help you.
Thank you. We have to bury him at the back of the house. There's a lovely linden tree there.
I understand. I'll dig the grave there.
Thank you. When you're ready, come back. I'll say goodbye for now. on.
Will you please tell me about his illness?
Certainly. My husband had the fever all over.
Anything else?
He had great pains in his belly. He said it felt like it'd been stuffed with rocks. He was writhing all night through. It must have hurt terribly.
Thank you.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate. You're here as his envoy?
He took me into his garrison.
Hal, the blacksmith's boy, in the service of his lordship. Who'd have ever thought it? My luck hasn't been so good.
You survived. That's something to thank God for.
True enough. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First the horses got sick, then other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Oh, damn! Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness.
But you've been hurt?
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broken, but better than a broken neck.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one of the raiders was taken captive. I'd like to question him.
Aye, old Melachar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the barn. But be careful.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melachar still hasn't decided what to do with him.
I can tell you what he'll do with him. He'll hand him over to Sir Radzig's envoy. Me.
I doubt Melachar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid, and now this plague. God knows what they'll do.
Can you describe the raiders?
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see their faces. About 20 of them. They weren't humans, though. They spoke Czech.
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we hit them in the woods, they didn't look so brave.
I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained villagers manage to hold off armed bandits?
One of the village lads caught sight of them coming through the woods and told Melachar, who roused the whole village, and everyone grabbed what they could. Pitchforks, axes, flails, and we went out to face them.
What? You mounted an assault against them?
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those whoresons expected. A few of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torch it. But even the women here were armed with what they could find, and they took the bastards by surprise.
About this sickness. When did this plague start?
The day after the raid. The horses were lying down in the stable, so we knew something was up. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick, one after the other, and then people.
What are the signs that someone's getting sick?
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes. Some are throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other end.
Has anyone died from it?
Aye, old Verba. Although he was already on his last legs, so no one knows for sure if it was the plague that got him. Either way, the animals are dropping like flies, and people will end up the same for sure.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. What with my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much. But I know Melikar and Straw has sick ones at home.
Can I ask you a bit about Merho yet?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Can you tell me something about Old Straw?
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come, and a hothead. He's been out of his mind since his boy died.
It's normal to grieve, though.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care of her.
Where can I find this Straw?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Straw lives in the right-hand one.
What's Melikar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Neuhof.
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melikar.
Thank God you had someone here who could take the reins.
Aye.
Where does Melikar live?
When you take the main gate out of the stable...
Hey.
Fever. Just like Melikar's wife.
Inside. If you want to go... Good health to you.
What's happened here?
Things are bad. Very bad. First we get attacked by them brigands, barely come out of that alive. And now, the plague.
Plague, you say?
Indeed so. Something's up with the village. Even the livestock are dying. It's a gruesome sight.
Tell me more about this plague. It sounds terrible.
Worse than you can imagine. The whole stud, livestock, sheep, chickens, all dead or dying. No doubt the people...
I'm sorry to hear it. Who attacked you?
I don't know. Some bandits. Ever since Skullets was raised, they've been marauding the whole province.
Did you put up a fight?
We most certainly did. Once Melikar heard young Straw shouting to the hills, he handed everyone a pitchfork or a flail, and we ambushed the bastards.
Good on you. How did it turn out?
We gave them what for until they turned tail and ran. But they cut up young Straw something awful. He didn't live to see morning.
Where will I find Melech?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
Thanks. That'll be all.
God be with you.
What's happened?
Things are bad. Very
plague.
Indeed so.
Thanks.
Don't move. Now I'll teach you what clear off means. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't tell anyone. The Lord of Ratai sent me on a secret mission, and to do it I have to...
Well, I thought...
Look where you're going.
Jesus, lad, what are you doing here? Can't you see the plague cross on the door?
I'm here because of it. The monastery said...
God bless you, boy. It's about time.
I need to know exactly what you're suffering from.
Oh, I see. Well, I have a dreadful fever. My wife, too. I recall almost...
Is there anything else? Apart from the fever?
Well, forgive me for saying so. The shit just pours out of me. I can't get...
You have my thanks. I'll...
Wait a minute, will you?
So tell me.
I need to write my will.
I might manage that.
Excellent. So get writing.
Yes?
I, Vincent, son of Vincent, grandson of Vincent of Mehoyed, do bequeath my estate and all my work. I bequeath all to my cousin Dobesh, at this time the cobbler in Yanovitz. In no event shall my prodigal son Elijah, the layabout and good for nothing. Yes, and then write, the executor of my last will is to be my good friend, Father Fabian, presently the parish priest of the Church of St. Martin in Sasso.
Anything else?
This will was written down by...
Henry, presently in fealty to...
Well, I never. That will add some weight. Here, take my ring, so Fabian will know it to be truly from me.
Your son Elijah, what did he do to you?
Christ almighty! Trying to interfere, are you? What did he do? Everything. He was to be married, and instead he ransacked the house and ran off. The little fucker. Last we heard he was some jackhand in Sasso. Boozing, playing dice, lying and cheating for a living. Such a disgrace.
Where can I find Father Fabian?
Well, where do you think? In St. Martin's Church, of course.
All right, I'll head off then.
Yes. Go now. Go.
Mama. Mama.
There's nothing...
What's it about?
An offer you can't refuse. The finest...
All right.
As you wish.
just my luck to get stuck here with all the cripples. Meanwhile, Thomas and Pavel are probably playing dice up on the back.
I don't know if you've heard about it, but Merhoyed was attacked.
Oh, God. How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad.
I need to see him.
Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. If there's any hope, this is the place to find it. You need Brother Nicodemus, the monastery physician. He may know how to deal with it.
Very well, I'll try to find him.
Come back when you know more.
Thank you, Johanka.
Are the wounded and sick getting better, brother?
Some will soon go to the Lord. All we can do is give them the last rites. But others will be granted a longer time here on earth.
So you don't have so many sick and injured now?
Well, yes. But the whole monastery is being rebuilt for the greater glory of God, and there have been accidents.
It's not surprising. Building work's dangerous.
Yes. But now we have a man lying waiting to be taken into God's arms, and all because of bad stone.
What happened exactly?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Brother Overseer. He'll know more. All I've heard are rumours about a death.
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Johanka said that you might be able to advise.
A disease, you say? How intriguing.
Yes, it's very interesting, but can you help these people?
I can't say at this point. I need to find out a little more. Tell me, has the whole village come down with it?
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have, around half the village.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there? And what of the animals? Did they get infected too?
Yes, there's a stud farm. And they've all died off. The horses, the cattle, chickens, and now it's got to the people.
That is most intriguing. What are we to do about it? Do you know the symptoms?
Yes, more or less.
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here in the library. Describe the epidemic, including the symptoms, and we could take some guidance there. Can you read?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. So follow me to the scriptorium.
Damn!
My respects to you.
I'd like to look at the place where the accident happened. Do I have your permission to enter the construction site?
And what's your interest in this matter? It's not the first accident, and I'm afraid it won't be.
But if the stone was actually poor quality, then there should be consequences, shouldn't there?
Consequences? Yes, maybe. Oh,
thank you.
But be careful. Don't interfere in their work and don't get in the way, or you're likely to end up with a broken head yourself.
Can I take a look?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery?
Remember you were telling me how you looked the house over to see what needed fixing after the winter?
Aye, I'll be to see the carpenter about things to do.
I hope they leave soon.
Now what have we here?
I think I have it.
Yes? And what do you make of it?
I think it's typhoid fever.
Really? That sounds rather unlikely. But if Master Johann of St. Paul's says so, we shall have to prepare some medicine.
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes.
An ordinary fellow who knows the arts of physic? Who would have thought it? Excellent.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight...
Merhoyed.
Oh, yes, Merhoyed.
Thank you, brother. There's one...
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in order of the...
Hey! Watch it! Loud!
another one that's going to be taking food out of our minds.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
What was that noise?
What is it?
What the hell was that?
Jesus, another one.
Welcome, Henry.
I've got those herbs you wanted.
Let me see if you have... Are you trying to waste my time?
I think I have.
Yes?
It's poisoning.
Really? That sounds wrong. We shall have to prepare...
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes.
An ordinary...
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile...
Merhoyed.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, brother. There's...
Out of the question.
How are you, Henry?
My humble greetings.